Hello everybody. It's 2 o'clock. It's time to get this stream rolling, which means it has started and we should remove the starting soon stream screen like that and say hello everybody. Ho! Yeah, we're gonna have an interesting day today. Right now it's super darky dark. We're gonna change that and we're gonna everything should be actually automatically adjusting because I have left a lot of it. Let's do that. Because we might get some issues today otherwise, you see, because we're going to use a lot of this stuff. Yeah. Sorry for blinding you there. Let's see if we can adjust the lighting here maybe. Darken it down, making it a bit more mysterious. Hoping it won't. Still pretty horribly light at some angles, but not. Yes, we're using scraps. I'm just gonna get this up. We're gonna use a whole bunch of scrap old styrofoam, prettily broken and stuff. Because today is terrain day, and it's just not a terrain day, because there is another streamer here on Twitch who has a monthly challenge, the bin bag build off. Oh yeah, I remembered it. Bin bag build off. That's Studio J7. We'll do some shout outs during the stream for that. But basically build some cool terrain out of scrap, which is, pretty common, but still a really cool challenge to do. And I struggled with figuring out what I wanted to do until I saw this bit in my, here we go, in my collection of stuff. Oh, so maybe if I, without blinding myself, ooh, that's much better. Yeah, and it's all like cozy around me here in the light that we have. But yeah, dropping frames like a couple of percent. If anybody is watching and thinking stuff is going badly, let me know. No, so it could be any terrain. You could do fantasy terrain, sci-fi terrain, and I am going to, because there's a project that I wanted to start for a while, and that's my my Necromunda table. Necromunda is a game from Games Workshop. It's set in the Warhammer 40k universe, and it's basically in one of their hive cities, which is like a huge, like multi-million, super big spires of cities. And this is in the Underhive, where Necromunda takes. Well, Necromunda is actually the name of the actual city, the whole hive city. But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna start. Some kind of machine arrived in this, I do not know what, but all the different depths and textures, and styrofoam is really good to for looking like broken off concrete. So these broken parts and smushed up parts doesn't really matter too much. And what we don't like, we can just cut off. And I think cutting off is what we're gonna start with. You can see I have already drawn a line here. That's where I draw the line. I'm gonna start with just sharpening my knife, I see, because that didn't really cut well at all. Dropping like 1.6% on average, so that's still fine, though, usually low. Budgie, coming in with the, starting off with a day with a lurk. You are most welcome to lurk here, sir. This is, of course, you're working and lurking. I think I have a work even set up, totally not stolen from that brush guy who's streaming on his own channel over there. Not at all. But you're most welcome. I'll talk to you later if you ever stop working. I need to sharpen this knife quite a few times, I would imagine, today. So this piece is, let's put it down there. And you can see it has a lot of texture and stuff underneath as well, so we're going to have to do some serious amount of carving there. But the point is, these hollowed out spaces, we're just going to put like roofs and stuff and have this as platforms so you can walk, and we'll build some stuff on top of that as well. But the things that I really wanted was like, I really loved this channel. And the Antea is doing the lurk. What? Ren? Are you trying to throw reindeer? Is that what you're trying to do, Bone Shooter? Do you want me to have a moose command, maybe? Throwing mooses around? That's a bit cooler than throwing throwing horses. But yes, we're going to use it. But I really liked this because... moose! No, I asked if you wanted me to have. I didn't say I have. We'll get to that. I'll make a moose command for it. Are you just trying all the... I think you can just do exclamation command and commands and you'll see all the commands. Because I don't think I have disabled that. In case you're free to just randomly write all the commands you can think of. There is a horse command, as you might know. Of course, since it wasn't in the first stream, I've since then rectified this, of course. But okay, so this is going to be our base. There's going to be a pool with some slime. There's going to be some pipes there, and that's what we were talking about. I'm going to put down some pipes, so we'll have like a sewage pipe coming out over here, and the whole thing with this build off that Studio J7 has is that it's supposed to be mostly of trash, as little bits as possible. So this is pretty much trash. These aren't trash, but they're one-use thingies, so they would have been trash. But I don't have the machine that goes with them, so I can't really use them. So I'm gonna some of the stuff I'm gonna be using is like preemptive trash. I do have, you know what? Let's have a look at some of the stuff that we're gonna use. Okay, here's the base, big styrofoam piece. Usually I build usually I build more fantasy buildings like this one. Oh, it turns so dark as soon as I remove that. Okay. And they usually start up off like this then, with all the small bricks made by hand. But that's not what we're doing now, because then I would have to use like big sheets of styrofoam, XPS foam, and I don't want to do that. We want to use the scraps. So we have, actually we can, we have some, I've collected some stuff on the table here. Just examples, cut of pill bottles, small scraps of flexi pipes, some kind of a silicone pipe, you never know. Some test tubes of different sizes. Oh, Smolil, thank you for that follow. Welcome in. We're just going through some bits for the terrain build today. Yeah. Funny plastic bits that I have lying around. Yeah, pill bottles are really great resources with their lids and stuff. One of the things that I'm going to use that is actually in a box is this. This is one of my favorite things for building, at least when you're doing sci-fi or when you need to do pipes of some kind. Yeah, there's straws to drink soda from, but you build them, you put them together yourself. So these are great for pipes, for things like this, for sci-fi, dystopian, industrial environments. So we're going to be using this, and you can see this is actually unopened, brand new. I mean, I could just break this open and drink some water through the straw, and then it's used, and this is of course a straw that you might not be throwing away. But we also have some seriously long straws. These are of course very thin, so we're going to have to like make sure These are mostly vertical, so because if you're lying down and you put models on these when you're playing your games, they are going to crumble a bit. Let's just... I made a little box of things. I went into my storage room and I just pulled things together. Oh yeah, some bits from Games Workshop that we're going to use actually. This, for those of you who played Warhammer Fantasy before Age of Sigmar, you might remember that one point Games Workshop had movement trays for their models, and they had these movement trays that you could build yourself. Basically, you cut, they were pre-marked and you could cut them out, so you could place your models on them and move big units at the same time. And these are the edges of that. They're just like the trim around these movement trays, and these are so cool for details. So we're going to be using some, this is the Games Workshop bits, and we also have some round sprues here, which are also good for pipes and rivets and stuff. But more pipes, bigger straws, some small wood dowels. We have some wood bark with some nice textures for if we want to go for rocks, for example. Some more plastic bits, some plastic lids, easy to just shave or sand off the text on. We have some cork spillings for other like nice sort of natural textures. We have another one of those pipe thingies in a different color. We're gonna paint everything anyway, of course, so it doesn't really matter too much. Some cork sheets, thin cork sheets, always good for stuff, and some short, very sturdy paper, or I don't know. I got these from a friend. I have no idea what they're supposed to be or what they have been used for, but it's some scraps that I have. We don't need all of this up here right now. And then of course I think we need to do, yeah. Then we can go into, I'm going to move the camera now, so you're just ready that the camera moves. So I can do just quickly show you that there's a big, more pipes and stuff. The very classical build element, Pringles tubes, cut up Pringles tubes. Yeah, I mean it looks like kind of like a helmet, but also for, you know, putting a radar dish on or whatever. Don't think we're going to use that, but we have a big box of really just scraps and craps and things that probably most people would throw away, but not me. Oh, we have some lights, some LED lights in here, all the stuff. But we're going to start with the big styrofoam base and just sort of get this to shape. Let's see how. And get this to shape. We've cut off one part. I want this to be just above ground level. Oh no, I don't. Look at that. Look at the sewer. There's a pipe coming out there, and then there's like a sewer thing in here. Okay, so this is our bottom. So that's actually pretty good, because that means that there's less for us than we need to cut away on the underside here. But we need to sort of get everything sort of flush with this surface. I love that one. I didn't even see that before. Maybe because it's just appeared now when we cut it open. And we're gonna have like a big opening over here as well then. Okay, yeah. We're gonna have to sharpen the knife a lot today, because cutting through plastic bubbles like this is really rough on the knife. So how is everybody doing today? I hope you're all doing well. Are you doing something while you're watching? Are you building something yourself? Are you following Studio J7? If you don't, you should, and then you should probably join his Discord if you want in on the challenge. It's a really cool thing, and it's a very nice streamer. We're really one of the nicest people actually. super kind, super helpful. Oh. Concrete walls for free to scale like nothing else. So if you have something you are working on that is art or creative related, feel free to post links in the chat. It's a link friendly chat. Don't post anything that shouldn't be on Twitch. Of course, there are rules. And if you are uncertain about them rules, go and read the terms of service, I think. But otherwise, feel free to. Super weird? What's super weird? What is the super weird? Am I super weird? I know I'm super weird, Bone Shooter. You don't have to tell me that. I've lived with myself for most of my life. I am fine, thank you, Smolly. I'm very fine, thank you. I hope you're well too. I get to stream and make some kind of a weird power or chemical plant. One of the things I did earlier today was Googling old chemical plants and just looked at images of old industrial stuff. And there's a lot of pipes going on usually. Cooling pipes and heating pipes and pipes, everything. Oh, you two have met, I see. Or met and met, but you have seen each other's name. Is it really? What do you say actually online? I mean, you have seen me, obviously, I guess, but. Have you met? Because you haven't really met, have you? Well, you might have, but just because you talk to somebody on online, you haven't really met them. And it's so common today, even before the pandemic, but now it's just everything is online. You want to go to school? Go online. This wall. So this is a broken part, and we can. I don't want this part. I want not all of this. Okay. Well, the end goal is to make a playable piece of terrain for well, in my case, it's probably going to be used for Necromunda. There is another streamer called Studio J7 who has a monthly challenge this month, or the challenge this month, we should say, that is called the Bin Bag Build Off. It's basically a, I won't say competition, but it's a build off. People build, you know, trying to outbuild each other, I guess. Building things out of things that goes into the bin, trash, basically, rubbish stuff. So we're gonna focus on using as much non-finished material thing as not a lot of bits from Games Workshop and stuff. Just build it up as we go along. And this one is gonna be interesting. Maybe if we split it down a couple of bits. So that is it. And if you're a builder yourself, this build-off is open for anybody. The rules are on his Discord, so I guess you need to go and find Studio. Hold on. Yeah, I know. There's so many people that I follow now, and I just follow more and more people on Twitch. It's crazy, but it's also fun. You can't hang out everywhere all the time, but it's fun to pop in on people every now and then and see what they're doing. What we're doing is, here we go. That's the guy who has the challenge. I don't remember his stream schedule. He streams quite often. He's a commission painter and streamer, so he's available quite often. Yeah, that is a very good workshop, and it's not only fun, it's also environment friendly, right? So it's good in so many different ways. But yeah, especially these big styrofoam packaging, you get your electronic computer components in. Today English hard. Check. It's gonna be taller than I thought first, because I kind of really want this part now. I might change my mind, you never know. But I don't want this long, I don't want this to be an enclosure. So we're gonna try and keep it as whole as possible, because this is a good part to use for other things, maybe for putting on the roof here, because I don't know if I necessarily need to be playable inside, because that's always complicated for gaming, in my opinion. There is a hole here. We can put some rubbish up there. Okay, so the plan is pipes out here, and this is so thin, and this is, oh yeah, we're gonna have to keep it with this part. It's gonna be a bigger piece than I had anticipated, but that's okay. I can live with that. Scraping a bit on the corners to avoid these sharp edges. And I haven't, when I saw it, it gave me an idea, but I don't have a set thing that I'm gonna do with this right now. Yeah, it's just like today, some words are just like not there. But yeah, thank you very much. It's kind of you to say, sir. And then we are removing this. And we don't even have to be careful, because this is going to be run down. And this is not something that we're going to finish today, I think. No, we're not even going to get close to finish today. And the thing that started me wanting to use this was this circular hole here. This hole. Because I was thinking about using something like this and cut it there somewhere, and use it and because old worn industries, big vats of chemicals, like with gooey stuff in it, of course we want that. And now we have that built in here, sort of. So we could even make a pipe come out from here and go follow this channel here. And then we are going to put in the door somewhere, I suppose. Some stairs, put in some walls here, more rubble. A lot of rubble. A lot of rubble. Rubble. And I wonder if this is like the first thing we're going to do. Ooh, the first thing we're going to do is actually see how well this styrofoam holds up to hot glue. And you can see it starts to melt it a little bit. But nothing super critical, I think. Yeah, alright, good. Then we're good to use that. These are pretty thin though. I have some from another set which are a bit. That is almost perfect. And then we can put like a T-junction here. And we can put like a pipe coming like that. Always good to dry fit your things to see if they're gonna fit, if it's gonna look. We're obviously gonna build a pipe that way, but we might also we can build a pipe that way. So, oh gosh, these have been these are pretty much rubbish because these are turning hard now. So this needs to be sanded down before painting. These are a bit of an issue. We'll have to be really careful with these because they are like silicone or something. So they're not super easy to get paint to attach. You'll be back. Oh, you're welcome back whenever you want. Definitely welcome back. So we want some pipes. Well, actually, we can use the small pipes around. We can use the big pipes for the main line. So if we just push these together a little bit. Oh, this is apparently not a. That was apparently not a plastic bit for this. That was another plastic sort of pipe of some kind. Okay, so we'll just have to sort of mash that through there. And then I kind of want to put one of these like this, because then you can put like a little a lid here and some control thingies, like it's a service access to fix things down there. And then we can put some of the smaller pipes. I have one of the smaller pipes here already, but we can put some of the smaller pipes going on. So we get a lot of pipes here, and then we'll somewhere I want a lot of vertical pipes as well. Maybe over here. Maybe not throw a plastic pipe on the floor. But yeah. So yeah, I kind of want to do this. Because then this can be like some kind of an overflow system from here or whatever. Yeah, like so. I'm liking that. I'm liking that. And I'm just improvising this as I go along. So if you come up with something, if you see something and you go like, hey, this would be cool, let me know, and maybe we'll get to incorporate your ideas too. And if we get bored with this, and if we get bored with this, let me know. And if you have any questions about building terrain and scenery and things like that, basing, just feel free to ask. We are a ask-friendly place. Links and askings, everything is not everything, but as long as it's within terms of service and channel rules, we're happy to have your questions and stuff. Then we'll put some more pipes around there. Yeah, it's kind of exactly what I wanted. Where's others? Oh yeah, we have all the thinner, smaller pipes. But these straw pipes we want to use for horizontal pipes, simply because we don't want models to stand on them, and they are quite fragile, or easy to make dents in. And if they are painted, then the paint will come off and you will see a very pink pipe instead of a rusty old pipe. Hello, Hello, hello. Hello, you too. Welcome to the stream. How are you today? How are you today, Mitch? Are you okay? Because these things, look, he has put them in a corner, and that corner is just not a flat, boring corner anymore. It's kind of hard to see in the distance you're at, I guess, but yeah. So this is what we're going to use these kind of things for. You can put them like down here, and mostly we can use them like and then before we put them on the roof there, just to make it look a little bit more. Couldn't sleep? Were you supposed to be sleeping now? Did you just come home and just like, I need to go to sleep, and you couldn't sleep, or what's going on? What is going on? Then we need to cut these down. Let's open one of these packages. Let's open one of the new packages. And let's save all the box material stuff. You never know. Oh, you couldn't sleep during the night, so you're tired. Okay, yeah. So you couldn't sleep, and so you installed Sims 4. Okay, well, that seems legit. Gives you something to do. Okay, we don't need to save these so much, but you never know. So we're not gonna say throw anything away. Oh, this one has short pipes in it. Oh my, look at this lovely piece of things. Let's move that away. Yeah, it is definitely day around these parts, even though it's maybe not so light, so you can see all the day. Oh, we could put in one of these here as well. That's nice. Because I'm guessing you don't have much sunlight right now where you are. Yes, they are straws, so you can drink soda out of more than one glass, so you can build them yourself. And when you're a terrain building person like I am, they are obviously simply just made for this one purpose, to make terrain with them. I wonder if I can. Yeah, that you can do if you're inclined to be drinking bourbon, I guess. Okay. We might need to cut these off a little bit then. I was really hoping to not have to. These were actually quite... Oh, these are not super hard. These are like semi-soft thingies. I like this. I like these pipes. I like them even more now. They are more likable to me now. Oh. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna have to, before we start actually putting them in though, as I might have mentioned, we're gonna need to sing in milk or chocolate syrup, or you know. Those are available at like dollar store most often, and stuff like places like that. You can buy them from Amazon as well. I have a bag full of those packages because that's how much I like them. I'm gonna build a fence here up, I think. But since this is a gaming piece, we also need to try and make sure that everything we do is durable. And so that you can take it apart, I think. We will just sand you in place then, silly little pipe. Yeah, or if you just want to mix sodas in different flavors, it's fun. steampunk, any sort of modern day scenarios, or any sort of yeah, anything where you have a pipe. Depending on your scale, there are drain pipes for houses at some sort as well. I am actually freely going to start gluing things in. And since this is a dystopian rundown sci-fi thingy, if I get some glue dripping around, I'm really not too bothered about it. Metal straws are awesome as well. And then we're going to put this down here, and then we need a... Oh, how big was that piece? That bit was not big enough. Okay. We need like that much or so. Now these are, I thought because they feel really hard, but that's probably because of the shape. This is some kind of a... Oh yeah, it goes in there a bit. Might need to make it longer, or... No, that's good. We could also glue these in there. No, I thought they would be like some hard plastic, but there's some kind of a rubbery thingy. And this will get painted and probably kind of rusted. So they're not even gonna stay transparent. Oh yeah. Tiger of Copenhagen, yes. TGR, formerly known. Yeah, I think we have some of those metal. Those are the metal straws we have at home. And Thea uses them for actual drinking from. I know Tiger has had this as well, by the way, in case of getting the immediate wants. No, because when I was looking at reference pictures, I saw that there were these sort of T-junctions that were protruding upwards like this, and they usually have some kind of valve on them and like a service hatch, so it's basically you open up here and you can look down and you can get down control instruments and stuff. So I thought that looked pretty cool, and it makes for a little interesting feature. Yeah, that's why I have a plastic bag, like going to the grocery store, IKEA, no, not IKEA, ICA or Coop bag, plastic bag, full of those packages with those pipes. Because they might go away, and it would be horrible. Horrible, I tell ya. Okay, there's a bit of a gap there, so we're gonna need, come here, little pipe, I have a need. Well, actually, we're gonna cut this pipe off here. Oh, should we? No, I want this to be open actually here, because I want it to sort of, I want to make something drip down here. So this is the one that's going to go here for the big pipe, like so. We're gonna, oh, we could make a hole, and this could actually go. No. Let's just cut off a small piece. Maybe we'll have some mysterious leakage. This is going to be filled with goo, so there's at least going to be some kind of goo. I am playing with the idea of experimenting to make a glowing goo with some LEDs, but we'll see. It's not a promise. That's not a promise, but it might happen. And the reason, of course, why I'm sanding all of this is because we're going to have to put paint on this, and all of these plastic parts are probably going to have to be brushed on, primed to hold paint at all. I know I'm out of camera. I'm just putting some glue. In here so they will get stick together forever. But yeah, maybe we'll do something different than green glue, just to be special. I don't know. We'll see about that. And then, whoa, you did not want to go in there. And then, of course, we're gonna have to make some kind of a staircase somewhere, like one here maybe, and some kind of small service staircase over here, so they don't have to jump up onto this factory setting thingy, whatever it is that we're building. Making a modified blowgun. No, I wouldn't do that secretly. I would just not do it on camera. So maybe I already have one. You don't know. Ooh. Yeah, I need some LED strips as well, because I need to build some better lighting in here. Yeah, today English words are special, but it's okay. We'll find our way. I'd like to know when my package will arrive, possibly. Yeah. Oh God, I had to send something to the States, and figuring out how to do. Since the 1st of January, there are some new custom laws where the person sending the package have to declare, you put on a little note, piece of paper on your package with the declaration what it is, what's its value and stuff, when you're sending things outside of the European Union. So that was fun. But I have sent away the first thing I sold on Etsy, so that is fun. That is fun. Fun. Yeah, slightly at least roughing up the surface at all places. Don't it? Look at that. Look at that. That fits almost perfectly. That was perfect. Now let's get some glue under that and get this underway. Yep. Ooh, yes, that's the... yeah, there it is. Yeah, it's Pixel Props on Etsy as well. I have some leather masks, some of the steampunk masks, and some necklaces, pendants on there. More and more stuff is gonna go on there. If I make stuff that's not for sale or not for myself or like for a client or anything, well, if I make something that is not for a client or myself like that is ordered or commissioned, everything will go up on there. Basically, it's the plan. It's the plan. Ooh, and then we can put something like this. Yeah, I just want to use all of this. But you'll get to use more of these pixels. You'll build stuff like up against the walls. Because I don't think this is gonna be the height. I think we're gonna do like at least one more level on top of that. But we're gonna ruin this wall here a bit. Thank you very much. I'm very happy with the kitten mask. I will happily admit to that. And let's say this place wants a door. This texture is cool when you break it apart, but I think we're gonna cover a lot of this surface up as well in the end with either just PVA glue or just put some paper on there. And then I'm just gonna use this piece, glue it in there, and then we'll build some kind of door also with like thin cardboard or paper, thicker paper, cardstock or whatever. And since this is gonna be on the inside and not be visible as much, we can just glue like that. Yeah, of course this section is broken off. Yeah, we'll see. We'll cover things. If this is going to be caved in partially here, we're going to just put rubble in there anyway. We're just going to rubble it up. Rubble, rubble. My favorite part with building terrain out of like scraps and stuff is the simple fact it starts out looking so wonky, and then like later you're gonna look at it and it's gonna be like pop. Just gonna, if nothing else, temporarily put in some toothpicks to hold it in place. And I'm thinking there used to be a door here, so let's make a slight little opening like that, like there has been a door there, at least. We're gonna have to put some rubble in this corner because there's a hole there. How are we? Oh, there's no real holes otherwise, except like these two openings, but they're just partial. So that's good. So all we need to do is actually cover this up with some rubble in the end. And that's super simple. We'll just take some of this material and go like crazy. Let's rip it into pieces like this. We're gonna have to have a big chunk in the bottom, I guess, but then we'll just sort of, and same along the whole line. It's gonna be very dirty, so all the edges and stuff is gonna have small rubbles or sand, so it looks dirty, dirty, dirty. But yeah, we'll just put this. Ah, stop being so static! It's attacking me. But kind of like that. How well that's. Yeah, that little corner. We're gonna do that to most of the edges, but that's like in the, you see a PostNord truck, okay, post office is around the corner, maybe they have some stuff for you. Is this solid? No. Let's show this, because we could make a hole and make a staircase down as well. It's a bit wobbly this way, so we might have to put something under here or sand it down, I guess, is the other option. But yeah, something like this going here. Maybe it is just this piece. Because once this is finished, as a factory, we're going to add some. Oh, scavengers have moved in here, so like some wooden palisades and stuff like that. Like it's been occupied by people, or is occupied by people, rather. My problem is I'm always getting ideas in my head when I'm doing things. So I kind of was like, I want to make another build. So I tend to have a lot of terrain projects going on. So the fact that this is part of a challenge is really good. Yeah. Because that means I need to finish it. Or I'll make something else for the challenge, I suppose. And I'm also thinking that we're gonna do more than one thing. Like, so when I run out of ideas for this, because a build like this is a lot looking and let's put this here there. And if you're not getting anywhere, you should probably take a step back from the project for a bit, so you don't jam yourself into it and just refuse to quit. Well, at least that's how it works best for me. Results may and methods may vary depending on who you are, I suppose. But yeah, here we go. You know what we need? Actually, we have toothpicks for this. We need a tool, however. We need a snip. We need to do the snipping. And I'll explain what I'm doing in just a little moment. I'm thinking of putting these in, like there's reinforcements in there. No, not with those. Those are way too big. I need to find some kind of a net, or I'll use thinner bits. Still lurking. Oh, that is so nice of you. That is so nice of you. Oh yeah, we have all of this. We have all of these funny bits. I wanna... this is pretty cool. But I'm getting too many ideas as well. Let's put that aside and do some experiments. Maybe we'll do like a few, start on a few things, and then we'll do some sort of a vote, like what people would like to, what we should continue on. Yeah, talking about having, I have some other necromunda-ish projects around here, which is like a super big. Let's see if we, oh, you can see some of it. Let it pass by. Yeah, it's a huge, several story tall structure that I am building for Necromunda, but that's also inspiration lacking. From the side, and imagine the ground is here. Now I can chat a bit more. I'm putting hair on the hobby horse for. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm starting on the second piece now because reasons. But I like this sort of shiny bit here. Of course, it's completely open, and then I will have to cover this backside. But I kind of want it to have it standing like this, because I can just put all the pipes and stuff in here and just go crazy on the detailing. Question is, do I want it flat like this? Yes. So we need to flatten this out. Ooh. 2 strands of yarn at the time. Okay. Going crazy with the hair making. That doesn't really work well to sound, it's too porous. So basically, because I kind of want to keep this part as well. Yeah, it's not a horse. It's a toy horse. Maybe if oh god, this is gonna be lovely. This is gonna make a mess. If you're afraid of making a mess, don't make terrain of styrofoam bits. Yeah. Oh wait, is that? Oh, maybe it's just that corner. It pays to pay attention, Senor Pixel. Yeah, because I'm gonna mount this on a piece of masonite anyway, like so. So that has a there's ground, so we can build things here. Foam wrap. Oh, I have. You know, Bone Shooter. You are a clever man. You are a clever man. If I could just, there you go. You are a clever man. Thank you. Nice to see somebody's awake. No fucks to give. Hello, Fox. Hello, Foxy Fox. Welcome to the stream. We are under the guidance of Mr. Bone Shooter rasping away at some styrofoam. I'm doing well, thank you. I hope you are too. I'm getting to stream and hang out with some really cool people like you and the other people here. And I get to build some weird stuff. Yeah, but I'm gonna want to cover this up. Or maybe I'll just build like a big turbine thing in there. Yeah. Yeah, this is gonna go here, and then we're gonna, yeah. And we're gonna put all the pipes here of different sizes. I'll be much better in about 8 hours. Okay. What happens? Does something amazing happen in 8 hours? Maybe something really cool. Oh, which is where you just got into work then. Okay, I see. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Yeah. Leading me on with stuff like that. Getting me to ask the questions yeah. I like it. I approve. So we should build all the pipes and things because we can put pipes like this here. All the pipes. All the pipes. I'm getting a bit pipe excited here. But that's okay. We are allowed to be slightly. Yeah, you are most welcome. It's always fun to play along a little bit. You can go like all the things. Like stuff. Like things. Oh my god. But probably not. Oh no. No. Post node. Give person package now. Well, I tried. Sorry, nothing I can do. There's so many things. This piece that I cut off was actually better all of a sudden than the piece that I started with. Even though I like the piece that I started with, because we're going to do stuff with that as well. Absolutely. Oh, we can just like have some kind of a thingy. A lot of options, a lot of options, a lot of options. Nice. Good job. God, everything here is super static. I just want to dry fit you. Can you please stay there? No, can't. Literally can't. Wow. Ooh. And we're just building like, we're starting to build like 3D here as well, I think, yeah. I think I'm just gonna start gluing things down as I go along so I can just have it. That means of course I need to, well actually, how much do I need to cut you? And I need to sand you. So much more patience to building terrain than building things from foam. Well, depending on what you're building, I suppose. But still. So, for those who hasn't been here and heard what we're doing, I am making some terrain for Necromunda. At least that's my intention, and it's sort of dystopian board game, I guess. You can probably use this for 40k as well in the end. As a part of a challenge that another streamer is running, which is called the bin bag build off, which basically means build things from scrap. And now these are new, but they are straws and they would have been used, and then you can clean them, and then yeah. So I'm just skipping the used part basically. Necromunda, yeah. Oh, there we go. Yes, that is the guy, Studio J7. James is a super nice, one of the nicest guys, really he is. And he is having this challenge. The rules are on his Discord, so go to his channel. You should probably follow him on here as well if you like miniature painting and good time. Anyway, and then you can join his Discord, and then you can read the rules, and then you can build something cool yourselves, because I believe in you and all your building potential. I just don't believe in myself when I place my sandpaper wherever. Really? I had a small... Oh, there you go. No, that's the 120. We don't want that. Let's use that anyway. They might. You can just... Yeah, they don't have an online thingy. They might have Super Sculpey Medium. Yeah, Necromunda, yeah, I've tried it. I've looked at it and I've tried it a bit. It's just cool. It's just the setting and the fact that you can run easy run like leagues in it and grow your teams, and you know, it just seems, and it's unless you want to start building your own Necromunda terrain. Getting into Necromunda is not super expensive because you don't need that many models, unless you're like a hoarder person thingy that just have to have all the available teams, I guess. But besides that, if you just want to play it and you find yourself fancying a team like a box, you can just easily get into it. Yeah, I suppose Färg and the paint store could have. I'm not sure if or so. Though. Okay, so that's how much we're gonna push it in. Oh, I didn't sand the pipe. Sand. Yeah, because I won't have time to. They will be closed before I leave from here. So otherwise I could have walked by and looked, but that's not really happening. Just putting some glue. Smack. Smack, smack, smack. Down with all the things. Oh, I have these cool parts as well we can put in places. Like at the bottom of a big pipe or something. Yeah. Endless possibilities. And then a little bit more because we're going to cut it up. I know the picture is so dark, but it's because this will become super white otherwise. And we're going to have so many small pipe bits left. Oh, we can make like a computer panel here. Because I've been wanting to make a little computer station thingy with a screen on it. Basically, I'm gonna use that as an excuse to do it. And we can also use hot glue to make like things running out of pipes. That is very good, for example. If you want some slimy driplets and droplets everywhere. And to be honest, of course we do. We are going to put some stuff like that, but to do that I should probably have the board underneath here, so we'll wait with that. And now we have some pre-cut short bits, so we can go like that, or like that. Ooh, into that wall. Maybe we should have some pipes coming out on the outside of this then. You know, try and line them up a bit. I'm gonna push the camera this way a bit. Of course my face cam is in the way, but yeah. Oh, we can put it at a bit of an angle and you can see the glue gun and the action. And you also get a little bit of a side view from this. so it's not just straight on. That's pretty good, I hope. Let me know if you hate it, so I know if I need to change it back. Yeah, and Necromunda is also the whole aesthetic, and I mean I like the Warhammer 40k aesthetic, so it's pretty. You know, so this is even grim darker than grim dark, I guess, to be perfectly honest, but it's okay. Ooh, so this has been painted on already. Like a big one going here, like that. And we'll take a big pipe for this. Oh, this was a really weird one. Let's use, so the big ones are all this. No, the orange ones are not. Buying the epoxy sculpt for next month. Saving buying. Oh, are you buying epoxy sculpt? I approve. So hard. Getting some three-dimensionality in on the stuff. So it's just not a flat wall of pipes. But this is obviously some kind of a control station for, I don't know, waste management? Let's call it waste management. Or all the plumbing in this part of this sprawling little hive city. Or under hive, should we say. And of course we're gonna have to make some leaky, oh, why did I put glue on the bottom here? I don't have a floor there yet. Some leaky pipes somewhere. Maybe some drippy green glue or gooey stuff, or maybe some other color, but some kind of a chemical drippy thing is absolutely gonna happen, of course. I mean, duh. Yeah, so we're going to be a bit careful with putting pipes out here, because all the pipes that goes into this wall I want to have coming out from the other side. What happens if I move the camera this way and we like tilt it even more? Yeah, you might get a bit more of a, it's a bit weirder view. Hey, hello. Here we go. Is that better? No, I think it's a bit too, maybe it's a bit too weird. Too weird. Yeah, but we're going to be careful with putting things through here, because we're going to have to put some pipes out on the outside, which of course, you know, it's cool anyway, but still let's careful that. And we want this to go up there. That is the wrong size of pipe pixel. That is the wrong size of pipe pixel. There are your correct sizes for this. The tiny ones. Oh wait, I have one here. No worries. I have one here. I already have. So yeah, and so these are what basically one of the very few sort of finished products that we're gonna use, but they are drinking straws, and technically you could throw them away after a while if they get yucky or well used. So I'm gonna count them as a bit because I want all the pipes basically. And the rules for the challenge are pretty free for interpretation according to the creator of the challenge. So you just don't want to see a lot of actual building tiles from official terrain bits and stuff like that. Oh no, these are gonna get painted. We're doing rusty pipes with these. Most of them at least, or at least all of them on this wall or something. We might have some transparent pipe, but that's, I mean, how many transparent pipes of this dimension do you know in a factory? They are usually not. So I don't know how that would look. But we will probably do some. Hey Sausage, welcome in. We are using a bit of styrofoam and a bit of magic straws for right now. Yeah, he managed to apparently to get 4 hours of sleep, Bone Shooter, whole 4 hours, and according to himself, it's what they need. It's the need. The need has been met. Oh, this is gonna look smashing. Actually gonna look awesome if we just cut it off a bit. Thank you. We started making a really, I'm gonna keep doing this one as well at some point, but with some pipes, and this piece is what I cut off to make the other piece, and then I looked at this like this, and I was like, it stands like this. Okay, the camera is gonna be swooshing around a bit. Let's see if we can. Oh God, it's upside down. We hope you're not motion sick. Okay. I am moving it all the wrong ways. So we're going on a little ride here. There we go. And there you are, by the way. So that's how it looks from the side. I know it's a bit dark, but this reflects so much light, the camera goes crazy if it's not dark. But you can see with all the pipes and the things here how it's gonna start to look. And now we're gonna take a ride to try and get you. Wait, is that? Oh God. Did I? No. Oh yeah, that's the way. Okay. There was a super simple way to actually get the camera to where it was and back and forth, but I decided you needed a spin around the world, so I spun you around a bit. Sorry for that. Oh, wow. Yeah. Good thing you're working, haven't you? Or maybe you should have had a drink. Maybe it would have been more understandable what I was doing. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. And we're gonna put some parts there or something. I just thought it looked cool, so I'm gonna put it there. Oh yeah, we have the GW. We have some official GW bits that we're gonna use as well as sort of. Oh, we could put some there actually. It's just gonna give you like this whole different level of detail. We'll take another piece and put it there. That's your exercise then? Oh, good for you then. Good for you. Yeah, there's no doubt. just gonna glue in the first one, and then we'll measure out and cut in the put in the second one. And as I said earlier, if we get some goop somewhere, everywhere, here and there, it doesn't really matter, because it's a wasteland. I was going to say sort of dystopian, broken down machinery thingies. Put like one Oh, we could have one coming out at ground level like that. We got a good portion of that in. I think it's time to figure out the sort of base for this and put it on. Woohoo! Hello, Mel. Welcome in. We're getting dystopian here today with our building. I really want to go. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, glad you could see the end. What is this interesting contraption? Well, this is some kind of a industrial chemical thingy. So I'm gonna put it on, like it's gonna be on ground like that. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna cut out sort of a base for this now. And then I'll glue it on, and then it's going to be easier to show off and get people in on what we are actually doing here today. But we're terrain building today, building scenery for war games. It's basically like basing models, but bigger. I thought I had a pen here, but I guess I don't. Oh, now I do. And we're not gonna put, we're gonna do the base a bit wider than the actual piece, so we can sort of taper off the edges and put some gravel up against the wall so it doesn't look so like so it isn't like all dirty and gravel and stuff inside it, and all of a sudden there's nothing on the outside, because that's just gonna look weird in the bad way. So basically we're building some kind of a house or machine thingy that has a lot of pipes and stuff, as you can see there. So I'm just gonna take the saw and cut that out. And it's not gonna be something you're gonna be able to see because there's no room. But you can hear it. Overly complicated, so we're using a knife instead, because the good thing about something like this is that if you score it deep enough, like so, you can just bend it apart and then cut all the way through. And he said walking away, and then we can get ourselves some bigger snips, and we can sort of round off the corners a bit. This is going to be sanded down in the edges, so it's tapered, so it's not such a sharp edge. Yeah, so today is terrain scenery. I guess you could call it dioramas if you want to. If you want to use building scale miniature house thingies, doesn't really matter what you're gonna use them for. The techniques are very much the same. Okie dokie. Extra glue. Squish. Nope. This needs to be set to a bit hotter. Turn up the heat, so to speak. Oh yeah, you can see how it melted into this material now. It didn't do that when we tested. That is fascinating. It made some canals in there. That's why it didn't get really stuck. Okay, then we will do it the other way around. We'll put the glue on this first. And then we will put the... you can just glue this on with like PVA glue and stuff, but put on watery glue on this and it will... oh yeah, maybe I need to taper this first actually then. I didn't think we were going to use the belt sander today, but you know what? That's exactly what we're going to need to do. You can sand this down by hand, of course, but if you have a belt sander, really, why would you? There's no rhyme or reason behind that. If I only could see... oh, there I put my protection for my ears, and to protect your ears, I'm gonna mute the microphone. Ta-da! Color mixing exercises. Okay, that was interchaternary speakings, not to me. I see. And what I did now was sand down this. so it's not so much of a sharp edge. Now we're just sanding away the burry bits a bit. There we go. And then we can put this on here, and we can draw an outline of where we want it, so we know where to put down our glue. Let's say it again. I was sure I had a pen here. Did I put it in my pocket? Okay. This is getting weird now, cats. This is getting weird. Do I keep eating up my pens? Have you seen me eating a pen? I guess I'll go and get a new pen. Lucky I have a whole drawer full of different pens, so it's not too hard. I mean, this is just so we can see more or less where we want some glue. It's not super exact. Let's fill up the glue gun. Yes, that is the emote. That is very true. It's very open on the back side here, so I don't know if we're gonna do something else in there. Maybe just build some. Oh, we could build some like small shelters, like people are starting to live there, because this is obviously the healthy place to live. Because who doesn't want to live near leaking, rusty, big pipes and stuff? Could have like a big pipe coming out of here, if we can figure out a good way to make a cool bend. There we go. But it's now on a base, so it's place it on the table. Place your little goobs everywhere and play with them. Do I have any Warhammer models I can play with? Well, I don't have any suitable models around. I'll grab an orc, I guess. Let's grab this white primed orc dude. It's also nice to see scale. Build some ladders, maybe get onto the top. Build a little. Oh, we could build like a little pond, like one of those collection thingies, so I can still make my little pool of goo. That is nice. That would work if we could. Well, we'll see. We will see. That kind of works as well if we just could get rid of that arrow, I suppose. That is also cool. There are so many possibilities. They are endless. Not really endless, but almost endless. Could be endless. You don't know. don't know how we're going to finish this off, if we're just going to put on more of that, or if we're going to put something else there, or if that's the part that's broken and it's leaking and it's making everybody mutate into monsters. Grrr. Grrr? I don't know. Could happen. Could definitely happen. This is also a lot of doing this sort of same thing. Put the bit in, glue in, blah blah blah. The real fun part is of course going to be once we start to paint and weather this thing. This little beastly beast of things. Because we could just find more of this and place it in. I have some more of it lying around here. Thinking broken off kind of pipe, we can just cut this a bit as well. Makes for an interesting environment to live in. Broken pipes. You return with a tea. Oh god, that sounds good. That sounds good. Once I'm gonna take a little break, I'm gonna go and make myself a cup of tea. But until then, water will do. Oh yeah, these will also fit pretty well in like here. That's good to know, good to know. What else do we have? We have some cork that's more for basing things. We have some fancy looking, unfortunately a decaf. Well, it's tasty. If it's tasty, it's good. Don't know if these are super useful right here. Oh yeah, we have this one, which is basically a cork with one of these in. I was thinking of using like putting it here somewhere like that. Maybe somewhere else. Not in there, maybe. Maybe on the back side. We'll see what we'll do with the back side later. Some different types of straw or size of pipe is good, so let's go for some regular straws. Well, regular straws of the extra long variety. We're just gonna have a look and see how well these sounds, if they can be sanded at all, basically, without breaking. Oh yeah. Seems to be working pretty well. You can feel how they are getting scored up, just so the paint will later on get stuck on there as it should. Because the good thing about these is that they're a little bit bendable, so you have some leeway of doing whatever you want with them in that way. I need some scissors. Super weird that I don't have scissors lying out, because I literally have a drawer full of scissors. Oh, this pipe doesn't go all the way down. I think I found the leak. I know what's wrong with this place now. I know why it was abandoned and why it's full of mutants. some green, I presume people will say. Radioactive goo has leaked out and mutated the population of this part of the hive. Yeah, and this is the leftover part from, I didn't even start with this part, and this is just leftover. And then I looked in it and I saw it from this view and I was like, oh, this is so gorgeous already. Yeah, I literally cut it off. The bottom side is where I cut it off from the main piece, the big piece that I started with. So this literally was stuck there. And then I cut it off and it's like, oh, this is going to be so cool. And then I looked at this and, well, this poor thing has to wait now. Because this shape and this archway and thing here just was like, okay, yeah, this is what we're doing. Yeah, no huge amount of cutting or melting needed on this at all. I used a rasp basically to smooth out the bottom. Thanks again for that, Bone Shooter, for figuring out that I should use the correct tool for the job instead of trying to figure out a new way of doing it. And so now I am... Oh, there was a... that was perfect. Now I'm just filling up here with pipes. I'm going to make some sort of a computer terminal, probably against this wall. Not sure yet. Like some kind of an overflow regulator, computer central. Can also be used as an objective in the game, I suppose. Ooh, how big is... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I like it when you just find stuff. And it goes click. And then we have like a nice little ring. Nice little ring left. I'm just gonna... These were almost a perfect fit. Yeah, sometimes the Bone Shooter has the brainy ideas. The brainiest ideas. Boop. Boopity boopity boop. Boopity boopity boop. I'll put in one of them to start with. Oh, talking about slimy goo, but that's also the good part about dystopian slimy gooey factory parts. If you get hot glue everywhere, it will just be a feature. It's like when you're making cosplay armor or making armor on models and you accidentally cut off the wrong piece and it's like battle damage. Yes, improv terrain bits like this are the funsest. Oh, and these go perfectly in there as well, don't you? Put you in there as well. Ooh. Mind your fingers, this is hot stuff. Yes, if you see something or if you come up with something, if it's an idea or why don't you do this, tell me. I mean, seriously tell me, because, oh, I don't even have it here. You remember yesterday how well that went? If you don't, look at my Instagram or the VOD and you'll see. We managed to make something that was pink and orange looking good. And it was chat suggestions that made that happen. So, yeah, no. Yeah, that was a good team effort. Oh, you can put these like here. Like there's like, oh yeah. There's like a, if you want to put like a tiny little pipe thing. Oh god. There's so many small parts. And the more it's funny, it's like, I cut this part off. And then it's like, oh wait, I can use the rest of this part. Oh, by the way, have you seen this cool... Hello, focus. Thank you. Have you seen this cool part? Look at this scrap part. It comes from one of these, which also in itself is a cool scrap part. You want to play a game? Identify this plastic bit. Identify it. Yeah, interactive streaming thingy. Oh, that's going to be a nice pipe sticking just straight out there. Nothing wrong with that, right? I'll give you a little while to try and figure out what that plastic bit was before I... Of course, you should guess it first and guess it right. Yes, it's from big dispensers of paper, like toilet paper or paper, and this goes into the pipe. And then when you pull the last piece of paper, the pipe inside, well, not this of course, but the pipe inside is perforated in the middle, so it breaks and it falls out, and these are like stuck in here. So this is what holds the paper roll in place. Good job. Nice going. Very, very good. Oh yeah, we can just, if we fill those, we can just put them like that, and it's just like but I really kind of want to build like a makeshift wall somewhere, and like make a little hut or something in here. But let's keep going on one side at a time, maybe. Can't really want to try and figure out what I'm gonna put there, but and what we're gonna put on top here. We're probably gonna put like a vat of gooey stuff, and then we'll put a little thingy here. Oh, that's why there's a hole here. That is of course why there's a hole here. This is where the staircase is gonna be, right? Yeah, oh yeah, follow and drop in on Bone Shooter. It's much fun. Much fun. There is many fun to be had. All the shading. Right, let's sand this part down. Oh, PC issues? Oh gosh. I hope there was nothing serious. Like the scare words in the year 2021. I had PC issues. Because that can be a lot of things and pretty horrible. And in how many hours is that then, Bone Shooter? In how many hours from now? Freezing from some small piece of metal. Okay. Yeah, that's always a chancy thing to do when you're like, I'll go here then and see what's going on, and then they're like, hello, I'm your friendly neighborhood malware. May I introduce you to some freezing lag? Like, no, no, thank you. I think we're gonna do the freezing lag anyway. It's kind of what I do as a malware. Sorry if you don't like it. Eight hours, and it's 4 o'clock here now, so. Well, if I stream 4 hours more and then you sleep for your normal 4 hours, Sausage, then you'll have time to watch him stream. I suppose, unless you have work or something, I don't know. I don't know what you do or anything, actually, so. A small crack or a big crack? No, I kind of like that, actually. Yeah. Poppity pop pop. I wanted some more of these bendy bits. Because I'm thinking about putting like these, like that. Yeah, that's gonna work out. Let's do it. Let's do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly me too. Hey, I didn't have it's like when I'm home and there's like this drawer needs fixing, so I fix it, or I'll print something that needs printing, so I can fix something. So yeah, I decided to build myself a career doing things, and that's what I'm doing now. Hi, I'm Pixel. I do stuff, and sometimes I stream about it, and sometimes I ramble on about it on the stream. But yeah, same situation here. Coming from tourism, it's not a wasn't really a great business. Well, isn't still not a great business to be in, I guess. So yeah, it's kind of rough. This COVID thingy. And then we'll just put one like there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. We did. I mean, I was a tour guide receptionist. Yeah, everything that we could do at our place, where I used to work. And then it's like, oh, we're gonna have closed for a bit, and then it's like, no, we're not opening this year at all because of this. Which I mean, it's not like I blame them or anything, but it's just like, okay, well, there went my career. There went the last 15 years of my life doing this. Might get back a little bit into it, I don't know. Once things are starting to opening up again, because I love the place where I worked, and I loved a lot of all the people almost there. Amazing people, amazing place. and it's sort of nice to have the privilege of being able to be there. And it was in where I worked is an old closed down silver mine. It's about a 600-year-old silver mine with guided tours down to 155 meters down in tunnels that people made by hand like 300 years ago. So yeah, sort of missed that just a little bit, not just for like having a job, but yeah, because yeah, and besides that job, my life didn't really change much with the the pandemic, I must say. But yeah, somehow we'll get. Oh, we should put some of these in the corners later as well. Just cut out a bit there, like a little nice piece there. It's just like with the prop builds, it's the small details, like putting a computer terminal here, putting maybe a little wheel here so you could turn off and on this whatever flows through here and things like that. All the tiny little details. And thanks to the dystopian nature of this terrain piece, we're gonna get to weather it quite heavily as well, which is, I don't know if you have guessed this already, something that I like to do. Dun, dun, dun. I don't think I want any more pipes in there right now. I think it looks pretty nice. A bit of wall. We can put a poster on the wall, like Down with the Emperor or something cool. Yeah, just a few layers of pipes so you get like, it makes it more interesting to look at. And that's all we're creating eye candy. When we're building things, we're creating eye candy. And if we can make our own eyes go like ooh, drawn to it, even if we're staring at it, while building on it, then we're doing it. Then we're getting somewhere. Then we're getting into the right place with it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. I also think it looks kind of cool. I kind of want to take some kind of a skull motif here, just because Warhammer. Maybe we'll put. Oh, maybe. Then I would have to sculpt it, I guess. I'm gonna ask James actually if a 3D print the what is it called, Omnissiah symbol, the machine god symbol. Is a big cog wheel, big sprocket with a skull in the middle, kind of thing. Maybe we could put that there, or we'll put. Oh no, we'll just keep it like that actually, and we'll put a lot of posters. With like pictures of people on, like a missing wall or a shrine, or like a remembrance, like, and we can put some candles on this ledge here. That's gonna be perfect. Yes, that is the sacred shrine of people who have been eaten by the mutants caused by the spillage over here. That's not the official name for it, that's just what it is. The official name is pending. We'll see. But that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna put a nice little rail thingy here. Actually, we're gonna I know a lot of people talk about this when they're building and painting models. We're talking your name here. Hopefully not, though, Bone. Hopefully not. But they talk about building the story, telling a story with the thing you're painting, and that's the same thing we're doing with this. What is it used for? Because the bottom of these hive, these spire cities, these hive cities, huge, enormous cities, we're talking a few kilometers or a few miles tall cities that are basically just not pyramid shaped, but there's sort of, I know, termite mounds maybe, so, you know, like this. And down up here lives the really cool people with all the monies, of course. And down here, or basically underground, where all the machinery, all the archaic old machinery is where Necromunda takes place, basically. Well, just above that anyway. So there's a lot of machinery that are broken, not working, and maybe some of the people living there try to maintain them, and you know, but they don't have any real contact with the rest of the hive. So everything down there is dirty, and so you have to tell that story. That is actually that is actually like a poster somewhere here on the backside or something, or a worn old poster like that, or a sign like that that is, oh sorry, yeah, that is sort of like half faded, and then you'll write, like on a corner you write factory block 77-B. It doesn't have to mean anything in the setting at all, but when you look at it, you're gonna like your brain is gonna go, oh, this is like a thing, and like you're gonna understand it. You're not wrong about that, either of you. It's been not only just on Twitch, but in general. People have to like not go crazy sitting at home, especially in places where there has been like real lockdowns. I think there's a big resurgence of making and crafting. But yeah, so let's tell the story of Factory 75, or whatever it's going to be called in the end. I mean, you can build a medieval castle because there are basically rules to how a castle is built, so you can just build a medieval castle any way you want. But if you really want it to pop, you should, you know, oh, all the catapult shots hit mostly here, so this wall is weak, and you know, things, details, the story of the thing. The story of an object. It reminds me of Firefly. Objects in space. Yeah, Blood Bowl 2 is 8 on Steam because in a few months Blood Bowl 3 is released. But buy Blood Bowl 2, goddammit, so you have it. If you want some old school labeling. Oh yeah, I've been meaning to get into some of the extended universe on Firefly, but I never really gotten around to it. Yeah. I hope they're talking about a remake, or they're gonna start it up again, and I don't know how they're gonna do it with characters, and it's apparently Disney that's gonna do it, and they wanted to make it PG, and it's like, it has companions. You're not gonna make a Disney movie where you have people selling sex, okay? You can't do that. So are you just gonna remove that? No. You did just buy Blood Bowl 2. Way. I don't think I ever played Blood Bowl 2. I bought it at some point at a sale as well. I do play the moving around your models version, tabletop game. Blood Bowl though, well, not so much now, I guess. No, they can't pay. I hope they won't. I hope they don't even. I don't think they. I would love to see some spin-off shows, maybe. Either with characters or in that universe somehow, maybe, because I love the setting. But you can't, like, oh, okay, this is Mal 30 years later. Like, what? I remember what it stands for. PG is basically suitable for children. It says it means something. I don't remember what. But yeah. It's like, hello, here is a space, and as they say in the show, if everything was all right, we're criminals. If everything was all right, we would be in jail. I mean, they're literally not good guys. It's a really weird thing because everybody's like, me too. I love this show. It's so great and they're so cool and I like these characters. And like, they're robbing people. I don't care if they're if they're Robin Hooding it sometimes, but they kill people and they like do the bad stuff. Parental guidance. All right. Thank you. Thank you. So signs, posters are going to be painted off like and glued in afterwards. So that's basically not much to do with. We should do something here. This is a really boring. These are really boring flat surfaces. But the same here. We can put a sign here with the name of the Control Central X12 or whatever. Yeah, they're good bad guys. They're very like you feel for them, but they're still not, you know. Then again, with the government system there, I guess there was. Ooh, we can make pistons of these. We can make a huge piston here. Yeah. Yeah, they're very human. It's very. The dialogue is very Joss. I mean, he's got a bunch of faults in his brain, and he doesn't seem to be able to agree with anybody about making his shows. But the dialogues are great. They're superhuman. There are these awkward pauses, the things that I make sometimes now when we're talking, you know. And it's not so much, I am reading this from a script. Look at me, I am the cool superhero. Because it's, yeah. So it is very good. And they're joking in the middle of tragedy and everything, which is also very human. They're humans. Human. Human. That is also classic Joss Whedon, isn't it? I'll make this for a while and then I'll disagree with people and then I'll walk away. It's like Dollhouse, same thing. It's like, nope. If I can't do it my way, I ain't gonna do it. But that's life. You know what? Let's make some pipes on this side then, because we have pipes. We have two pipes going out. We have two right above each other. I might not have thought this through. Ooh, we can do this with one. Yes, 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 yes. Or this. Too many options. Let's start with option one. This is where I should have poked a hole from the inside, by the way. Oh, so this one is just disgusting. It's just gonna spill right out into everything. This pipe doesn't lead anywhere. It just pours all the radioactive, toxic waste out on the ground. Okay, yeah, that's legit. That sounds good. I don't like it. Just don't. Oh, football is stuff. Now, if you want to ask somebody about sports, this is not your guy. And then the top one can actually go just in the wall. I don't want to build more outwards on this, so I'm just gonna leave it like this. I love you too, sweetie. Well, I'm pretty happy. It's pretty cool doing the things and the stuff. Yeah, come on. And a little bit more. Okay, it's at the bottom. I understand. We'll have to deal with that. We'll live with. Oh wait, wait. We need to sand this first, and the pipe. Too much firefly awesomeness in the chat. I forget to sand my stuff. I didn't sand these two either, but we'll see how that turns out. They're not in a position to get shaved on so much anyway, so I think they're gonna be fine. It's fine. It's all fine. It's a good thing I have some brush on primer, because we cannot aerosol this guy. Unless we want it all to melt into a big pile of melted stuff. Which I am probably going to be against. We could make like another thing, and we could use like some test tubes and stuff. We're talking about transparent with some goopy stuff in. So we could make like a chemical lab thingy where we have this sort of thing. Full contact murderous sports. Okay. Well, I like it as a concept of a game. Otherwise, I'm slightly skeptical, but just slightly. Ooh, look at this. More cool parts. More parts. More. I keep forgetting we have these pipes as well. It's pretty good for the backside still, I think. Oh yeah. More as a game. Yeah. Well, if you like, I mean, I know that there's the thing that they call Australian football, where they're basically. Is that what you were talking about earlier? Basically, you talked about something like rugby. Is that what we other people call Australian football? Maybe, I don't know. American. Use as a capital punishment. You will entertain us with sports. I don't know. Don't you think we should try and make everybody better and like move away from capital punishment? Maybe we shouldn't. I don't know. I guess it depends on the circumstances. Oh yeah. This in Sweden we actually just call it frisbee golf because whatever. That is actually I did a little bit of that when I was because I had a roommate when I was at university a couple of years ago, and he was really into that disc golf, and they had in the students in the area where I lived, there's a lot of student apartments, and they had a golf one of these courses set up around the place, so it was pretty fun actually, because you just walk around and throwing a frisbee. not like it's a sport. Like if you don't compete in it, I mean, you can just do it really casual. It's a nice walk where you throw frisbees towards a thing. It's basically like a big hoop with some chains hanging on it to catch the frisbee. It's not a horrible way to take a walk and play with your friends. And that's the most endorsement you will ever hear me about being anything that is actually sport related, I think. No, I don't mind people wanting to play sports. I just have no interest in it in myself for the most part. That's a good sign though. That means I am hydrated, but I want to keep being hydrated, so I'm gonna go and refill my hydration bottle. I'm not even gonna put up to be right back. I'll be right back. Never heard of frisbee golf or disc golf or whatever. That is fascinating stuff. We know what we're gonna do there. There's gonna be some signage here, and you can do really cool small graffiti and stuff like gang tanks. We can put more stuff in here as well, but I think we're gonna go here. Oh yeah, there's a thing I need to buy, by the way, sweetheart. Not immediately maybe, but I need to buy a roller thingy for squeezing out toothpaste. And I'm not gonna use it for toothpaste. It's basically like yeah, two rolls. You squeeze out, put the toothpaste tube between them, and they squeeze out the toothpaste. But I saw somebody do this, use that, and they took a aluminium can and they cut it up and they put like the thin sheet of aluminium through it, and it became corrugated like this. So you can use it to make like corrugated sheets for building models. That was really cool. I need one of those, and they're available cheaply on like the cheap places as well. So that's gonna happen. That's super cool, because I was starting to think about that now, because I'm gonna go and find some cardboard so I can make some corrugated stuff for building up this area. So once again, I'll be right back. Oh no, well, maybe this works. Indeed. I don't know, this is a bit too big for me. Yeah. Nope, not that. Shall we build something else? I was talking about just having, because I don't know, these are just pipes that have been stored here and they're just there. Doesn't really have to make more sense than that sometimes. So we can glue these in here. We're gonna build a staircase. That's gonna be fun. The question is, should we make a concrete staircase, like, because this is gonna be painted concretey, I guess, or should we make like a staircase? What would you call it? I don't know. Metal, grated metal and stuff. Cast your votes now while I glue stuff. Also by casting votes, I mean, if you have an idea, write it in chat. Still could be, yeah. Concrete, yeah, but I also agree with that statement about it would be more interesting, because it wouldn't be more of the same. I really, that is a very good point, actually. And it would make more sense for this gap to have like a metal one. I wonder if I have any scrap metal mesh that I could use for this. Subway tile walls? What? No, are we talking underground moving trains? Or are we talking sandwiches? And are they special tile walls? Or is this just tile walls in general? Or is there something special with subway tile walls? I'm not sure. I'm sure we will find out. This is a bit mashed in here, so I kind of want to build over here. Maybe that's where we'll build a little hovel or a little cabin for people to live in. We can make like a little kiosk where people sell like rat burgers and stuff. That's where they sell the rat burgers. And we'll make the a little bit of a staircase here that is broken. And then we'll make like a ladder on one of the sides. So metal staircase a bit down. A little kiosk thingy food stand for rat burgers. And yeah, that's it. That's where the rat burgers are sold. Come and get your fresh rat burgers. You get extra fries if you're wearing a cheese helmet. Something like this. I will confirm to go to this place. Oh, it opened. No! Subway. Okay, they're called subway tiles? I had no idea. So it's basically a brick pattern, but it's just tiles. Okay, yeah. We can do a little bit of some kind of tiling on the floor here, actually, if we want to. We can take some of these pipe parts and, you know, just scrap it up. Then we don't need to build so much here as well. We can also build things in afterwards. Did not know that. That's. Did not know they were called that. I have learned it today. Today is a good day. Because any day where you learn something is never a complete waste. Because at least you have learned something. So I will put the ladder. I will put the ladder on the side here, and we'll build a little platform for it, maybe, or on that side, because we wanted a big vat of gooey stuff here. Because don't want just a flat, big surface like this. That's just. Yeah, I don't know. I have had that in my head for so long, so I don't even remember where I got it from. But it's one of those things that stuck with me. The day in which you have learned something is never a complete waste. One of these days I'm going to do like a Gibbs thing and just put numbers to all my rules. At least the ones I can remember, I guess. Yeah, but it, because that means even if things went to shit this one day and life feels like crap, if you learn something from that, or you learn something during the day anyway, it's like, okay, I might be able to live with this then. Another thing you can do with these funny things is to make like railway tracks ish. If you want to build like long, like they were running things in there. Where are we in time? 4:30. That's not long at all. I might have some old scrap stairs or ladders actually, so I might use that for that. Maybe use that for that. Glazed ceramic tiles. Yeah, yeah, they're just normal tiles. It's just that specific type called subway tiles. I did not know. Are they called subway tiles even if they're not like brick shaped? Are they called subway tiles even if they're square? It's my question then. And we can, yeah, well, let's start putting in like some of these, because if we have these everywhere, it's gonna like look perfect. And it's gonna sort of give it a cohesive look, which is a good thing. The style is brick shaped. Yeah, the half brick stagger. Yeah, yeah, well, that's just like you would do with any sort of bricks when you're building a brick wall. But is the tiles, is that type of tile always called subway tiles, or is it just the brick shaped ones? Because in Swedish it's kakel. It's basically the same thing you use in many bathrooms and stuff. She's still here, being annoying. Oh yeah. Oh, poor Mal. Tile uses underpass. Okay, alright. Poor Mal. Work is being bothersome. And we can just hang things. I like that it's rounded here as well. And then we'll put the little food stand in here. And we'll make the little food stand separately, I think, and just put it in here. And then put a sign we like that says rat burger on it. Rat burgers are now stuck in my head. But rats are also a thing for one of the factions in Necromunda. They actually they have specifically trained rats which they put bombs on, so they run away and explode where the enemy is. You're just going to think, yeah, you don't be over away. I don't know. Take it easy, you know. It's all right. You are in a very different time zone, far away from here. Yep, exploding rats. I literally found a bunch of my old Skaven small, like normal-sized rat for Warhammer models, which I'm gonna use for that. I'm just gonna scout some explosives on them, like pipe bombs or something. Rat burgers. Oh yeah. Well, make them Warhammer-sized. So the burgers have to be like this. And we can have rat burgers and cat burgers and mutant burgers and, you know, all the kind of burgers. We don't have to be rat exclusive. The rat burger thing just popped into my head because of, if you want a good setting for like how it could look, look at, oh my god, Sylvester Stallone, Wesley Snipes, Frozen thingies, waking up in the future. You don't eat salt to your... what is it called? Demolition Man. The people living underground, they eat rat burgers. And they really live in a Necromunda thingy. With hovels and, you know, stuff. Explosive rats, yes. Play Cawdor and have all the exploding rats. I don't know if they're good even. It's just a guy who runs around. Come here, little rats. Here, take a pipe bomb. And now you go over there. And they probably throw some like stinky cheese over there, so the rat goes like, ooh, food. And then it like the timer goes out and okay. Rats. 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 So, rats are between. Oh no, my rat ran away. These are very few of the rats that I have. So the rats are 12 and well, the body is about 10 millimeters. No, not even that. 8 millimeters, and this body is about 7 millimeters maybe. So 5 to 10 millimeters body-wise for the actual rats. And as for burgers, well, if you have a model nearby, it can be a Man Knight, even if it's not Warhammer. Make a burger that fits in his hand. But yeah, I found some of these rats that came with old Skaven packs. Some of them are even augmented. It's super funny. It's got cybernetic eye. We can sell shroom salads too if you want to. If you want to make some, I'm gonna make some shrooms as well as sculpt some shrooms and like grow in the dark corners. Maybe some glow in the dark shrooms or something. I'd like a double rat burger with fake cheese, please. Yeah. I got a lot of them. I got a lot of Warhammer stuff. Not like incredibly stupid amount. Well, depends on who you ask, I guess, but yeah, quite a lot. Do you want your rat burger? Do you want some shroom salad with your rat burger, sir? I'll take a small one. Or maybe they do fries with from shrooms instead of potatoes. I don't know. Oh yeah. Like the snail that you got with the old Britannia Bowman, which is like awesome. It's this tiny bit little plastic snail you can put on a base. Hilarious. And then then there's like a Chihuahua-sized dog that you got with some Empire sprue. I think you still can get those though, because that's still the same sprue, I think, maybe. Might be the militia sprue, because that's still around for the free people, I think. Yeah, I got from early 2000 and until, I don't know, now, probably. Literally have boxes with bits and old models. I still have like a whole moving box full with sprues. Okay. And we got ourselves a little pipe in there. We can put like some pipes up. Oh yeah. Did we have some broken pipes? No. Well, let's make some broken pipes. Oh, the Metal Dark Eldar Talos is such a good model. I mean, I like the new models they have, the plastic models they have, but that one is... Some of their old models are just... Even metals, but even some of their older plastics are also just like... Why did you change this? GW, why? What are you doing? No, don't... Stop, don't change it. Don't change it. You bought 3 of them. 2 are shrink wrapped. Well... That's your retirement plan. There's a retirement plan for you. I have an, it's not in a box anymore, it's just in a plastic bag, but I have an old metal Lord of Change. That's also, I look at eBay, they usually start around $50 or something like that. So it's like, what? For nothing. I wish I would have bought some of the like Island of Blood starters, because they sell for like a lot. They sell for like $150, $200 or something. But those were also really good starting boxes. I did buy like 3 or 4 Island of Blood starter boxes because I was building a Night Goblin army, and you got a lot of Night Goblins in them. So I literally had an army of, with just infantry models, there was like 225 Night Goblins in the army. Yeah. Yeah, that was one of the really cool metal models, and it's also one of the metal models that had different options. It has 2 different heads you can choose from, 2 different staff toppers for the staff and stuff like that. And then I still have some random blisters of stuff that's not opened because our local toy store who sold Warhammer for the longest while, they took all the old blisters that they had and they didn't sell, and they just put them in a box and like, here, buy a blister for like nothing. And eventually they got tired of having that blister box nobody bought something from standing out, so they just took it away. And I asked about it, and they're like, "No, we put it away because nobody was buying anything." And I'm like, "I'll give you 700 Swedish crowns for the whole box." And they're like, "Okay, here, take it." And I literally got a box that's, I don't know, this big, full of old sprues, old blisters of metal models, and I'm like, "Yay!" Yeah, that's many night gobos, and then you got some squigs with that, and then you got, yeah, some other stuff around. But yeah, but that was many years. I don't have many of those blisters left. I sold most of them. That's a super bargain. And this was just before, because when they stopped producing this, Games Workshop literally went around to everybody who sold, because they sold their products, and brought everything back, because they just wanted people to buy the new cool stuff. Games Workshop, special people. Them are some special people. Sometimes. Oh, if you put this little plastic ring around here, you got yourself a something. Actually, putting down some more pipe bits, I think. Just to have some spare parts lying around, and it's gonna look good. Yeah, a little bit too well. They sort of grew out of what they could possibly do with their economy at some point, and went full corporate, and that's when people started to not like them so much. Because before that, I mean, they had literally a guy working, publishing how to convert stuff. They had a funny little email where you could send to the rule boys, so you could ask rules questions and things like that and get tips. And then they removed that, and I remember reading on the Games Workshop website that we have removed this email address, and then they had a phone number instead, because they, quote, thought it was inefficient to have email as a customer service. But then again, Games Workshop also didn't have a Facebook page or anything like that on any social media for the longest time, because every time they posted something, people went, "But you're stupid. You ruin games. Blah." Some of it might have been justified, but you know, people are people as well, so they literally didn't have any real online presence for the longest time. But now they do. They got a really good Facebook presence, and I really think they stepped up their games with supporting the smaller games again, like Kill Team, Blood Bowl, and all that. And I think and right now, of course, there's a stupid pandemic, but I think they're doing a pretty good job of it. Maybe as usual about a little bit much Space Marine focus there on the 40k side, but no. And they're bringing back Old World, so yay for everybody who liked Warhammer Fantasy. I don't know exactly how that's going to look, and I don't know if they know that yet, but yay, Old World coming back with Britannias and everything. I can play my knights again. Not that I have any right now, but I can make a knight army again. I hope they're still gonna have a lance formation. Me too. I hope that it has the same funness as Old Hammer. I hope they're just like, we're doing Old Hammer now. I would love that. Oh, so many gravels and stuff in the corners. Let's gravel it up in the corners, eh? Just scraping off random chunks. There's gonna be sand and dirt and stuff in here as well, but let's start with some big chunks. Which of course gets super static. Yay! Oh, yeah. Just trying to get it to become unstatic, but it's really not working, so we'll take bigger chunks and we'll cut them off in a better way, because that didn't really work out. Yeah. Well, I understand why they changed Warhammer Fantasy, because it got too expensive to get into, so they didn't get any new players, because there's like, if you're gonna, because of the rules with you have to have 25% heroes, this and that, it meant that to build an army you had to spend a lot of money if you didn't have anything. So people were really put off by that, which is understandable. And that's why they remade it into a skirmish game. But of course they just did things hastily because they're Games Workshop. They should have just done that and kept Warhammer Fantasy. But I guess they didn't want to compete with themselves there for a while. I don't know. But we're getting some Old World back, and we'll see. Hopefully that will work out, because that would be awesome. Yeah, you still gotta spend a lot of money. But then there's the painting, and oh, you have to buy you have to have like 80 models, and you have to paint them all. It's like, oh god, because then you have to buy all the paint, and it's just too much for people. Also, of course, they could also rebrand and rename everything, so they could have more control over their product, which is one of the big reasons why they made Age of Sigmar, of course, because they don't have orcs anymore. You don't like the sound of 40k dystopian, technocratical, superstitious sci-fi with super alien monsters. It's super cool. I really like 40k lore, actually. I think it's pretty cool. To me, anyway. If you don't like it, that's fine, of course. I, however, think it's very interesting. I like the ideas of people flying around through space with starting engines with incense and incantations, and have spaceships that basically look like churches. So we don't need to do anything there. This is a much faster build than, well, we're gonna go into all the details, and then there's the painting of forever and stuff, but yeah. Oh yeah, and Australian prices for Games Workshop products as well. You're in bad luck, man. That's some seriously bad luck. Oh, we can build like a wall up here. Wait, let me. But not with this so much, because this. I'm not super fond when you see too much of this structure on the outside. James Workshop Australian prices. I'm so glad I'm living neighbors to England. In this case. Too hot. What? I don't know what the exchange rate is, but still. What? That's crazy. Okay. That's not okay. Those numbers hurt my soul. I'm getting less and less convinced that I want a chemical thingy up here. I want something up here, but that might also be like a little hovel or something that somebody built afterwards that doesn't really have anything to do with the machine, and then have a little square building thing over here where you sort of come in. Staircase is actually on the inside as well. But yeah, the new Keeper of Secrets model is Oh, gas thingies, yes. Let's remove that bit. I mean, that it's what's been in it is one thing, but let's remove the name tag. Let's remove the name tag. Oh yeah, I have a box full of pill bottles, by the way. Yeah, kind of. If you're not planning on using like it and want it to go cohesively with like an army, especially. We have to cut that down if we're gonna use that. Okay, wanna. Getting crazy, it works. Yeah, the endless supply of pill bottles. What else has been in there? Oh, okay. And then on occasion you find like a weird bottle, and it's like, what's been in this one? Okay, that's where the rat burgers are gonna go, so let's not do too much in there. Yeah, Frostgrave is the good, yeah. I want to get back into 40k, that's why I'm building my orcs. I'm a little bit curious on Age of Sigmar, but then they're like, we're gonna do some old hammer, Warhammer, old world things, and I'm like, I'm not buying anything from you right now, because I want to wait and see. Ooh, we have a really broken pipe here. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Like there's a couple of broken pipes up here already. So like a big broken pipe like there. I like it. That's all. That's the pipes where all the rats live. So you just lower down your rat traps and capture the rats. So all the scraps that goes on, that's left over from rat burger making goes into the rat traps, of course. And if somebody happens to choke on a rat bone from the rat burgers, you can also use them as bait. Yeah, Dark Eldars are really cool, even if they don't even call them that anymore because copyrights. We can copyright things, rename everything, rebrand, screamed the Games Workshop boys. And rebrand they did. I like how I'm trying to figure out what to do with the top of this thing, but I always go back to putting small things in everywhere else. Yes, yes, Drucci. Indeedio. That's the name. That is correct. Oh, I like these. I like these magnesium bottles. They're pretty cool. Just a bottle. No, I don't want a bottle. I don't think we're gonna do a tank. Oh, we could do like a. Ooh, if we build like a scaffolding, we can put this like that. Like on a corner like that, maybe. Maybe. I'm not gonna say no, but let's say maybe. I do have some scraps, and these are scraps. They're valid as scraps for a scrap build. The proper XPS foam. Sturdy stuff. Not this bubbly stuff. Sturdy, thick. Good bits. Because I'm thinking we could make some kind of structure up here with this. I'm also considering using this to make a flooring to get rid of this pattern. Yeah, Necromunda. Yeah, Necromunda is really cool. Yeah, Kill Team would also be cool because it's like Necromunda sized Warhammer 40k. You need like a box of dudes. Depending on what you want to do. I'm just looking at the. Oh, no, chat. Don't go dark. But it's soon 5 o'clock, so I think I need to take a break because I think I need to eat something. Get some energy. Have some eatings. Drink a cup of tea. Then get back to this because I really want to build something on top of it. We could make like. Oh, yeah. We can use these as girders. And we can build like a platform out over the edge just a little bit, not much. Yeah, warband sized skirmish games are, yeah, it's really cool, actually. Even if I like the bigger games as well, but it's so good with the skirmish games because it's so easy to get into and you don't have to like, because I can paint 10 models or whatever in a very short time if I need to. Uh, so that's not gonna be bad in any way. Oh yeah, and then, oh yeah, I have some ideas now. But I really need to have some food, and maybe you, the truest of sausages, need some rest unless you want to sit around and wait to talk more about rat burgers. That's completely up to you. I'm gonna put up the be right back screen, and I'll take 5-10 minutes. Yeah, you should probably should so you don't stay up too late again, you know. But we'll see. I care about every person as well. I want everybody to be have nice and happy, have it nice and peace, nice and happy. For those who are not going to be around when we go back, thank you for hanging out today. For those who are gonna stay, I will see you in 5 to 10. Alright, eating time is over! No more eatings! But it's still, oh my god, are you still gonna do, are you gonna do that again? Super darkness! If I remove this and put it back, would you, like, please adjust, silly camera? Ah. Well, it's a dystopian building, right? That's how it looks. Alright, let's take care of this again. Silly little thing. Why do you change exposure when I turn off and on the camera? There we go. With a side cup of tea as well. A couple of hours more of build time and design time and chat time. Alright. Yes. We're gonna build some of, we're gonna have some of these sticking out and we'll build like a platform out. Thank you very much, Mel. I hope you have all behaved. Or not, you know. Depending on your flavors and partner's consent and all that. So one there and like, yeah, and then we'll put like a something. I think just burrow this in a bit. Platform on there. Skeptical. Still trying to figure out what to do with the top, you know. Still trying to figure out what the top is gonna be like. Because this doesn't need more details in this stage. All these small cool details here is gonna be added like towards the end. We could start figuring out the display rat burger thingy. For example, kind of wanna figure out what to do here. I also don't know what to do with the staircase. I haven't really thought about it too much. How to build the staircase out of scrap and stuff. Maybe some metal wire. Just bend it a little bit and I don't know. I'll see if I have some. Because this is not gonna be finished today, obviously. And that was never the plan. That was never the plan. The plane! Because I'm thinking, as I said, I don't really like this surface too much because of the structure it has, because these bubbles are a bit too big. So I'm thinking about making some sheets, like sheet metals or something. Don't have any corrugated sheets or any way of really making them just now the way I want to. Oh, by the way, sweetheart, are you still there? Are you listening, or are you away lurking doing stuff, or are you there? Are you there? So not sheet metal, because these would be super thick sheets in the scale. Like that, like put on top, and we can put a couple of them because yeah, it could be really thick, but if it's like you know, the decking from like a big structure or something, this would make sense as metal. And then, where is my tiny sculpting tool bag? Where is the sculpting tool bag? Trying to find the sculpting tool, sculpting tool, sculpting tool. Nope, 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 and nope. Oh, there it is. Here we go. Tiny homemade sculpting tools. So Studio and Taya, you are not there, I suppose? Talking about old Warhammer stuff, by the way. Cursed Company. Now that's a classic. You are there. I got the Etsy money, so it's all good. Etsy money has been transferred. Oh. I thought you would like to know. So just as we have done with earlier with EVA foam, we're using the sort of pipe to make some rivets. This doesn't work, it's too small. So that's kind of a good size then. Yeah. Indeedio, that we can. And necessities and stuff. Fist bump. How is that visible? It's not. Yeah. Just if you're making an indent, like there's a rivet there, so it looks like it's bolted down if you want to. But we can make a few of these and put out up here. Like one can be bolted here to cover that, for example. I like that instantly. This has to be very carefully placed in this bag later on though, because otherwise I'm gonna lose my homemade tools. So this material, the XPS, is the same thing. It's actually the exact same plastic that's in this, except that this is EPS and this is XPS. EPS stands for expanded polystyrene, and that's what happens when you blow an inert gas into the melted plastic. You get these bubbles. It's expanded. This is extruded, which means it's a solid chunk of it. Still super lightweight. But it's also, you can just hear the sound even. But this is quite soft actually. This, you really have to squeeze it hard to make a dent in it. And this is what you see a lot of people use to building terrain with, or dioramas of scenery. You can go one step further if you want to and buy something that is called sculpture block. I don't remember what it's really called. Sculpture block is like, well, this in square, basically, you can buy, which sculptors used to, because that's really high density, so it keeps that details very much. And I'm pretty sure it's the same type of material that you use for CNC milling and water jet cutting when you're cutting out prototypes of big chunks of plastic, like cars, for example, are made from big chunks of plastic or paper. Usually that type of material. And I'm gonna see if I can't remember it at some point what it was called, and see where you can get it in bigger chunks, because those artists block thingies are super expensive for their size. But it's like, ooh, does anybody here like scenery and building things? Do you use static grass on things? Do you make a lot of scenery? Do not buy small buckets of static grass. Look up flocking for people who make like puppets and stuff, and you can buy it by the pound or kilo, depending on your place in the world. But yeah, don't buy small, even the cheap ones from like the cheaper companies that is not Games Workshop. Don't buy that. Buy it in bulk if you need, unless you're just going to do like a couple of Blood Bowl teams and you need a little bit of grass. But if you're going to build a bunch of Blood Bowl pitches and stuff, buy that. And that is our public service announcement over. Building some staircases. That's actually pretty simple. That's pretty simple. Just raid your kitchen supplies of barbecue skewers. Use some toothpicks, or use some pre-cut, if you want them more square, like matches. Cut them to size and glue them together and build like a long staircase in the right scale. But I think this is actually a little bit too thick for me. I want to make something, I want something that is a bit thinner. Maybe I'll have to go for some metal wire for that as well. But then again, I don't want to put on the ladder before I've painted the whole thing anyway, so that's still that's a post-process thing. Literally. But we're gonna put a ladder here. This is where you're gonna come up to here. There's gonna be a broken staircase here. And then we're gonna put a little bit of a house. Where's my orc boy? Yeah, we're gonna use this actually, and we're gonna build ourselves a little house. Sort of, you can, from somewhere underground, you're gonna go up through this. We might even, or we put a door down here. And you can use that game technically as well. It's like you go in there and it takes this much movement to get up to the roof. So we can actually do all that with just one piece of this. Gosh, I'm not cutting things in a straight line today, that's for sure. This, however, in contrast to that, is very easy to sand. Put it like that. There's like a door here. We can build a small railing. We can put a roof on this. We could make the, yeah, this is going to be a part of the official structure, so to speak. So we should try and do this a bit straighter. It's It's not super easy to cut straight through something like this, but it's doable. But one of the issues is, of course, the knife is a bit too short for it. So we're gonna have to do some sanding required, basically. Rat burgers and memorials. Yeah, it's been a very fantastically interesting day today. Ratburger! Come and buy your Ratburger! And that of course means the staircase have to either come up on that side or it has to come up like this. But you know, that's not important, but it's worth noting. The good part about the XPS foam is that you can imprint it quite easily with patterns with just some simple sculpting tools. Or a pen for that matter. You don't need sculpting tools. It's just a bit easier if you have a sculpting tool, but any sort of pen will work well to make a nice pattern, like these ball tools, most of all, where you can just go. Look, there's a hatch there, and there's a door next to it, and that's kind of what I thought about doing to that little thing. And I could have done that before, but I didn't really think about it, so whatever. Whatever, man. Just gonna do. And then we'll take a piece of cardstock or thicker paper and we'll cut out a frame for the door. This is sort of the gap between the door and the frame. Bit wonky, but you know, it's an old building in an underhive, so it's not that horrible. Well, it is horrible, but it's not that horrible. Not that horrible. And then we can put a fence up here if we want to. We're not going to put a fence all around the perimeter because it's old and it's broken. So let's not do that. Let's just put away these for now. In my little cool tool bag holder thingy that I made all by myself. All by myself. I made this thing all by myself. And that's about 3, 4, 5 seconds or whatever it is you can use of somebody's music without them being able to scream at you for using their music. So let's stop it there. Let's stop it there. And this little railing, however, this little railing, however, oh, we have some bent of these pieces as well. I got an idea for this. We are just using toothpicks. And again, I am not gonna use just like with the straws. You could probably just use these and then clean them off if you want to, but that sounds horribly horrible to me. So we're not doing that. Where is my little snip? There's my snip. Might be just easier to do that. Ratburger! We will just shove this directly in there. I should have something that's not a 4. Oh yeah, wait. I have a mutated guardsman dude thingy that I'm starting to paint. He's a good old size. And then we will have one that is broken off. I don't know what really happened here game wise, but I don't want to like have a nice round like that, so we'll just trash it a little bit, and then we can have one more, but like an angle down here, so it looks like it's broken. And when that broke, whatever happened there, I don't know what happened there, but I blame Bone Shooter for no apparent reason whatsoever. Mostly because I think he's also work lurking still, which means he can't reply. Or he's actually listening to us all the time now and plotting his revenge. You never really know. And then we'll take one of these, and these are square, so they're not round like this. Not like these. What? Okay, you're lurking. Going into the shadows. And we can just see that, yeah, he won't. Oh, okay. If I build it that badly, he's gonna fall off, of course, but otherwise it's, oh, hey, glue. And all these strands and stuff that I don't really care about them right now. I'll just remove them once it's all cooled down and all the glue has set and everything like that. Yeah, and he can stand there and basically not fall over. He's also a bit elevated, but it's about mid-human, normal human size, average human size height, not normal, it's average. Everybody's normal, Pixel. Normality is a weird thing, because it doesn't really exist unless we want it to. And that door is very small, but it's just a service hatch, so I like it. I will allow it to keep existing. And I said we're going to take some paper or cardstock to put around as a frame, but I also realized we don't have to. We can just use more of the XPS actually. As when it's this thin, you can also just squeeze it to thin it down a bit more. I might just build a whole door and put in there as well, but at least we have marked out where we want the door to be, if nothing else, so that's not completely bad. Maybe a little bit of brokenness down onto this wall. That helps immensely with this surface all of a sudden. It doesn't look like a horrible flat boring bore. Some more railing. Oh, that's a lot of glue. Well, a bit of goop there doesn't really matter too much either. I'll try and be a little bit more careful, Pixel. There we go. But with the weathering and everything, all of this glue that is around here, around this railing, will not be that much visible, or it will just help to add up and build to the build-up of dirt and grime. So that's okay. And there's another string that we won't bother with right now. We'll cut all of those off before painting later. Or we can see, no, because until you see it's just gonna drag out. Okay, actually that worked. I didn't think that was gonna come loose that easy. And the same thing with the flat surface. We can put papers and newspaper clippings or advertisings or soda cans or whatever. I'm still playing around with the idea of a little vat of goo here, but I'm not sure about it. I'm not sure about it at all. Ooh, so the railing has gone into like, yeah, we'll make like a concrete wall. Has obviously as well deteriorated with the rest of the... Oh, I broke the broken wall. Oh no. Oh no, I broke the broken wall. Go. So there's like a crack in the wall there now. I like that. This is definitely stable to play with your little miniature zone. Still here too. Nearly finished work now. Ooh. Can you see the light at the end of the tunnel, Mel? Can you smell victory? I don't know. I don't know why that would be a victory. That's just how it is. You have dinner? Yay! What is thy dinner? What dineth thee? Oh, that looks like a kind of a chimney smokestack thingy. And it will cover up that ring pretty good. And it makes stuff happen. Do you think you could have a look at the leather straps and make a thing for it tomorrow? In that case, we can same pasta so that's nice. We can do some kind of a mock-up in like duct tape or something for measurements when I come home, and I can fix that. I can fix that tomorrow before the streams. I don't know. You just gotta try things sometimes, man. You just gotta try it. Oh, maybe a little platform, like it's been like a drawbridge or a bridge to some, like a bridge over to another place. Just like a metal scaffolding thing. That'll be cool. And good work on finishing the hobby horse. That is very good job. Mucho gudo jobo. I kind of want to put some. I kind of want to go back to making some pipey stuff. I like them pipes. Pipes are my friend. Soon done. Okay, yeah, it says soon done. Okay, but still awesome. Awesome. Did you hear me? It is the awesomes. Oh, wait, we could maybe. Oh god, this is stuck in there now, isn't it? There we go. We could just put that in. We don't even need the plastic pipe, right? Yeah. More weird pipes. More sanding on weird pipes. Sand. Sand. Where is that? There we go. Just a red bit, maybe. I'm slightly not allergic, but I'm slightly against flat surfaces. This is also a flat surface, but it has things on it. This is just a flat surface. Even with paint, that's just going to be a flat surface. There are some things we could do, I suppose. The Twitch chat is really weird on the pad these days because it just jumps every now and then, so you like react to it all the time, and it is annoying. Twitch. It's making me twitch. Oh, that's their plan. I see. They're like, you are Twitch now. You have twitched 700 times. You are one of us. I'm gonna have to build some really small small, like this small mouse traps or rat traps, like the normal schmack traps, and put out on different places here, especially where there are pipes on the back side here. I'm definitely gonna have to do that. This corner is too squeaks. No more squeaky clean corner. I mean, it's supposed to be old, but we don't need to keep all the cobwebs, do we? Do we? Do we have to? That doorway disturbs me. I know I just want to use it now as a marker for where I want stuff to be, but yeah. And I don't want to rush ahead too fast. I want to go like, okay, this looks kind of done. Let's start doing paints and stuff. I want this to take a while. I want this to be thought out through, like really properly. I think it's time for rat burgers. Rat burgers. Just squeezing in some stuff in the gaps. But yeah. Well, we have a stand-in Necromunda mutant dude. Which he definitely actually could be. Maybe he's the... Oh, I'm gonna have to build a dude with a chef's hat. I'm gonna have to build a Necromunda Ratatouille. That's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna have to build a chef dude with a big chef hat with a rat in it. That's gonna be fantastic. That's just gonna be hilariously fantastic. Okay, so this little rat burger place, then maybe I should make like a flat one of these sheets. One of these thingies and put against the wall there to remove that weird texture a bit. I'm thinking that the rat burger place is gonna be I mean it has a roof, I guess. Well, actually, and they're indoors, so I think it might just be a table and some stuff to hang things on, maybe. Put some stuff against the wall. I don't know. How does the rat burger place now? We need somewhere to like. Well, they're obviously gonna barbecue the rat burgers, and we're gonna build it so we not glue it in place, so it doesn't really matter. Does not really matter too much. So let's start with some. Let's make some. I don't even know what these are called in English, I think. Basically, we're gonna make tables like that, and then we're gonna put. So, if anybody has any idea of what I'm talking about and know what it's called, feel free to shout that out, preferably in text form, because otherwise I won't hear it. one table like that anyway. That means that we need to make 2 more of those. Oh yeah, and I'm looking forward to building the 3rd Death Dread tomorrow. That is gonna be amazing. And then once I have done that one on stream, I'm gonna just punch through them as much as I can, and I have time to. I do have this Blood Bowl team painting commission that takes precedent, of course. But besides that, I don't have anything right now, except what I wanted to do or such. So mostly Blood Bowl minis on my spare time, but also some orky stuff. But the more I think about this type of table, the less I think it's good plan, so I don't even want to continue. Sometimes you just have to start building things or doing things and then realize, no, this is not the way. This is not the way. So we're gonna go back to the drawing board, literally. Time for Pixel to come home? Now, you mean? Do you think I should end now? Is it ending time? The plan is 5 hours, and that's until 7. Or do you think it's time for me because do you think I'm getting too tired to stream? Am I too unfocused? You might be actually right about that. This is a serious question, by the way. You're yawning and stuff, and you have to have energy for that. Is very true. That is very true. So, like an actual house with, because that's just boring. No, I just want to have some tables in there with all the rat burger stuff on, and like a barbecue made from like a barrel or something. That is for sure. But yeah, I do actually think that you might be right about that, my dear. That is a good call. We need to do the death threads tomorrow, and we're sort of like getting stuck on all the things. So, listening to a person. Can you bring a rat home? Is that where you want me to quit, eh? Do you want me to bring rats? Is that all? Is that all I am to you? A bringer of rats? I shall bring a rat. I shall put these rats here so I know where they are. I'll bring this one home. I'm only here for your rats. And I do have some Ziploc bags. So one does not lose one's rats in all the packing. Here you go, sir. Your fresh rat is ready. Number 75, fresh rat. No, no. I guess we'll make rat burgers of him as well then. But yeah, people, here is some really good advice for you. If somebody that knows you really well, oh, that's you. Do you want that delivered home? Do you want me to like deliver this to you? There's just a small extra fee. So, but yeah, I'll do that. No, but here's some really good advice for you people. If somebody that knows you really well tells you like, you should probably stop, or you should probably think about this now, you should probably listen to them. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm a little bit at an impasse anyway. I love where this ended up though, because we started with a big Sting Factory thingy, and now we have a shrine for the lost and the missing and the, you know, whatever. And we're soon to have our first rat burger franchise. I mean, it doesn't get more Necromunda than this. Extra fee in coffee. Well, I'm gonna be leaving in like 10 minutes from here, so I don't know, half an hour. I'll text you. I'll text you when I think it's a good plan to make the coffee. I think that's gonna be the smart plan, right? And that means I also have some bread and stuff, so I have food out here for tomorrow. That's good. But yeah, listen to people who knows you, or listen to yourself when your body or whatever tells you to, hey, stop. Just, hey, I found the barbecue. I found the barbecue. Thanks to your brother. Oh, we also need to have like mice hot dogs or something, I guess. But yeah, I found the barbecue part. Amazing stuff, you know, amazing. But yeah, so that's it for this day of Terrain to Terrains. Let's see where we do want to end up. So they're not hot dogs, they're hot mice, I guess. Or they are actually hot dogs with hot dog. Yes, Mel. Yes, it is. Don't go. But I'm just boring now and I'm not getting anywhere. What else do you want me to do? Not eat Sharpies, okay. Let's see if we got anybody. Well, we do have Brush, of course. But yeah, should we go to Brush? Nah, let's go and say hi to Duck. Thank you very much, Mel. But I'm also tired. And as I just said, if somebody that knows you very well tells you maybe you should stop now because you seem unfocused and so on and so forth, you should probably listen. And that's what she told me. And she is actually right. She usually is actually. That's not uncommon when it comes to this. We are always our worst enemies. So there will be Death Dreading and more shenanigans tomorrow, of course. And where did everything go? Oh god, that's what did. Oh, that duck is still there. Good. I'm gonna open up my dashboard because it's not open. Because I don't keep things open. And we can have a little fun, say a hi to the duckerinos. Epic. Duck Studios. Because I have never rated him, so he seems to be still going on there. That sounds good. Oh yeah, I do. I know. I can, but I prefer to click because it's otherwise just weird for me. Force of habit, I guess. Thank you for coming here. Thank you everybody for an amazing stream again today. And that just went sideways and the project didn't at all turn out to be what we thought it would be from the start. And I'm just gonna open up the Epic Duck Studios on my Twitch while we are waiting a little bit, and I'm saying thank you to everybody. For those of you who want to see more Death Ready stuff, that is tomorrow at the same time. We're starting at 2 Central European tomorrow, not 1 as we have done before. And yeah, let's go and say hi to the duck. Quack, quack.